All right, so we got Cyberman65 against XG Mondo. Yep. All right.
And I've
Hey,
returned.
Hangman, guess who it is?
So we've got Mancho versus
We have
Cyberman.
the Dread Pirate Roberts here.
Hurting off against a player I've actually been waiting very patiently to see how he handles in the 1v1.
Oops.
Mancho versus Cyberman. Game 1 is going to be starting us off on Smashville. And immediately we see the hop back to the Lloyd Rockets from Mancho. Feeling this is going to be a very patient-oriented set. Cyberman not afraid to go passive with Sonic when he needs to, as he's predominantly aggressive. However, I'm still a rather new member of the audience to Mancho's play. So we'll see how his approach to villagers stacks up against Stock Taker and myself when it comes to Long Island villagers. And right off the bat, we see that Cyber establishes a percentage lead. However, we don't know if that's going to be fast and fleeting or not, or if it's just going to be a drawn-out long match. Definitely down for this MVCI hype, the tag that Cyber's rocking. What? Oh, I closed it on purpose. So turning ourselves back to the match, it seems that Mancho's still sitting with in the deficit of percentage. However, this projectile pressure looking rather nice, and he goes for the read. However, Cyberman opting to recover high, keeps himself out of bowling ball distance. And with the sapling at the edge, we have the one chop ready in the event that Mancho needs to use it. However, we are on the opposite edge now. Cyber sitting rather cleanly here at the ledge. Decent enough projectile pressure allows Mancho to return himself back on stage. However, he leaps himself right into the arms of the Hedgehog. But he's coming back to stage. That back throw looking a bit stale right now. And one balloon is still plenty enough to get himself back. However, the down throw, and with the missed tech, Mancho still managing to come around, but at 145%. Villager can leave these percentages fairly well. However, hunting for damage, and more importantly, the kill, is going to be a bit more difficult for Mancho. Cyber very well and aware about tree traps and those shenanigans. Handling the matchup rather nicely, however, Mancho utilizing his nair so that he can get himself out of these sticky situations. It's a very quick, very reliable aerial, but up throw is going to be first blood in favor of Cyberman as we see these simple jabs to get rid of the tree. And Mancho immediately retreating to the ledge so that he can try his projectile pressure game once more. However, giving the stage control over to Cyberman like that, I feel, is not the best of options. And that Mancho would be better off with contesting space as often as he can. At least go for these percentage trades where he can. And he had the read, but the timing was wrong on that up smash as we see Cyber return back to stage at 124 and racking up percentage quite nicely on Mancho. Really nice follow-up from Cyberman is going to be allowing this percentage to just continue to build up against Mancho. But the forward air is going to be asserting ourselves with stage control back in favor of the Villager. Cyberman pacing ever more, just trying to assert that he can move anywhere he wants. Not close enough for the air dodge up air, but Cyber gets the spring ride into nothing. I guess one of the positive aspects of Villager in this matchup is that because there's two balloons, at no point will Sonic's spring be able to properly gimp the recovery of Villager. But a back air will be able to gimp him right through and give us game one in favor of Cyberman. Now the question is if Mancho whether or not is going to stick on Villager. This is a particularly difficult matchup as far as patience goes, just because Sonic doesn't have to approach, but has the better approach options if need be. And a lot of the spin dashing approaches that we see from Cyberman mitigate a lot of the projectile pressure that Villager can offer. We're having the run back from Mancho, so we'll see how game two goes. And immediately we have the ledge play from Mancho. It's going to be one of the safest positions that he can be in, and a few quick hits do allow him to get the percentage lead. It's going to be a lot of trading between the ledges, and especially in favor of the Smashville platform, providing more space for Mancho to run away with. Forcing this runaway game also mitigates the amount of pressure that Cyber can build amongst his trades. He can't get any one consistent combo or any true line of offense. And that's particularly evident in the percentages that we have on board. While Mancho at no point has had true stage control of his own, the percentages are a lot closer than they would appear. And almost dropping a bowling ball right on Sonic, but not quick enough on the draw. We see the tree plant. He doesn't go for the full water just yet. And there it is. Managing to get the shield poke and the trap all in one go. Mancho manages to take first stock, but he's going to be eating a back air right off the platform. And we see Cyber trying to go against the tree, and that he does. Managing to kill off the tree so that he doesn't have to worry about axe from ledge. But Villager at 113% is rather healthy, especially if Mancho plays this keep away game that he's already established here in game 2. Back air chains are going to be overall more reliable for him, but the missed pivot grab is going to be putting him in a dangerous spot as the back throw gives Cyberman full control of the stage. Couple of aerial trades, but it's the back air from Cyberman that's going to allow him to take that stock off of Mancho, and with only 42% racked up, with half the time on the clock allotted from the beginning, it's going to be a bit more difficult for Cyberman to work his way back up to this, but it's certainly doable. But if Mancho continues to play this waiting game with him and build the percentage up slowly over time, things will be looking in his favor. That being said, he seems to be playing a bit more aggressively now, and I don't know how I feel about that. Giving away this much stage control to a Sonic without really contesting for damage is rather dangerous. Oh, but the missed tree planting is definitely putting Mancho in a bad spot, as we have the percentages nearly tied now. And there they sit dead even. Mancho trying to figure out where he can get some sort of a lead, and it's going to be a late back air that does it. Phantom hit on that nair, just not enough to connect the hits. Excellent timing on that tech read. Going for that one shot wasn't exactly the best of options. However, we have the read on that air. Excellent. Makes things a bit more dangerous for Cyberman now, however. The shield approaches and spring riding, allowing him to slowly close the gap. And the second hit of the up tilt is going to do it. Questionable DI from Cyberman, but nonetheless, game 2 going in favor of Mancho. Man, Sonic versus Villager is a dumb matchup. Nonetheless, Town and City is going to be where our Game 3 takes place, and I feel like things are going to get a bit more exciting now with Smashville out of the way. Smaller blast zones, lots of room to run for both of these characters, and it's a very dynamic stage. This is where things are going to get a bit exciting, because this is where we see Sonic's offense really stride, but also where Villager's pressure and trapping game can shine as well. Cyber realizing the futility of him approaching against Mancho at the ledge. Trying not to, however. One small offstage interaction appears just from him running up on him without really threatening, if anything. Mancho seems to have found a consistent rhythm in how he wants to pressure with his projectiles. And the bears, Lloyds, and trees all being enough to keep Cyber, at the very least, at a standstill, while percentages slowly build up against him. And the 3 turnip causing the ground bounce situation. However, Macho not in any position to make the most of it. He's going to continue building up that damage as he can. He has Sapling on the opposite ledge, however. This has been plenty good pressure across the stage. Cyber now with his feet firmly on the ground, and he's making sure that a bowling ball is not firmly in his face. And enough time has passed for that Sapling to have died off. Mancho's going to have to replant that, and he does on the relevant edge of the stage this time. And going to cover the ledge hop option with a up air. A 1 turnip, not really doing him any favors, but he does continue to assert percentage dominance while Cyberman takes the stage back in his favor. You see the grab and the down throw to continue this offstage play. Power shielding the forward air. And the whiffed grab once again putting Mancho in a deadly situation. It is just a terrible grab to whiff on. But going for that offstage trade, the forward tilt just not working out for Cyber as we have the up air right through the ledge of the stage, and Mancho takes the lead with 98%. And he's trying to go for some fancy watering, and there it is. Cyber recognizing that it's just enough water to bring that tray up, so he backs off as well as he can. And if not for Magnet Hands, that would have been a very anticlimactic ending to the set, but nonetheless, Cyberman is still in it to win it. The hometown hero looking to defend, but Mancho continuing this lead of his rather well, sitting at 111% and counting. Just utilizing Lloyd Rockets, stalling through the air, his aerials to continue to pressure the ledge so that he has something to safely re-land on. Re-establish his ledge invincibility as well as control over said ledge. All the while slowly building up percentage against Sonic, a character who can very quickly get away from these projectiles if he needs to, as Cyberman has learned, and has only taken 9% in this. However, hovering off stage for that long is going to leave you vulnerable to the forward smash shenanigans that Cyberman loves to bring to the table, and now we have an even game on our hands. A few wacky trades here and there, but the percentage is keeping themselves relatively even. Cyber now recognizing that he has to go in and at the very least trade with these options and put some pressure on Mancho. And with that read, that could have been it, but Mancho just not having gotten any of these bowling balls. Axe is a usable resource for Mancho currently. However, he's just using these aerials to just continue to chip away at Cyberman. We see the grab and the follow-up with the up air. Cyber getting him caught in the back throw. However, still staying alive. Percentage is incredibly close, but in favor of Cyberman as they slowly build against Mancho, and his stage control sitting firmly in Cyberman's favor. Just a lot of projectile pressure right now. Cyber opting to approach with shield, and things looking rather good for him. He's not going to be able to chase Mancho off stage like that, though. And up on the ledge, he comes with the forward air. Mancho trying to contest for stage control, but bad landing on that back air. Not putting out a hitbox, just leaving himself in the ending leg. You see him trying to move around with Pocket. Pocket giving you a notable amount of air maneuverability, but not enough as Cyberman manages to clutch it out 2-1 over XG Mancho.